everybody, Camelia here. Welcome back to a new Burda Style flip through. Today we have issue 9 2024. So we are already starting with the heavy fall garments. And I must say that after seeing this issue, there are a few trends that I'm seeing also in, we did already see them in Patrones magazine. We are going to see them also in Knip Mode also next month. So you'll see in the next few months that all these magazines, they are a little bit following the same trends. So we are going to take a look at Burda 9 2024, and there is something different that I didn't notice in the last edition, but I did notice it now. So I think it's a really good development, I should say. Don't expect something really big, but you'll see in a moment. So here you can see a little bit of an overview. Of course, we have the cover with a really cool jacket, which is got me a little bit puzzled because they used a satin for this fabric, and we'll talk about it. A satin for that coat, so we'll talk a little bit later about it. So the first garment of this month is this faux leather jacket here on the right, and this is actually the use of faux leather is something that we start to see a little bit everywhere this month. So Burda is also starting with the trend, and they use it here in a really nice jacket. It has some zipper pockets. Again, not a big fan of the zipper pockets because they are not really comfortable. They look really cool, but they are not really nice to have your hands in this kind of pockets. But I really like the look of a metal zipper like this in a faux leather jacket. This is a model that is going all the way to size 48. Let's see, there is no zipper in this one. As you can see, it's closing here with two press buttons, and it has a little bit like a short belt on the side. I think it's a nice detail. The trend this month, as you can see here, is the new retro, and how should I say, they call it here that the end of the 50s is coming this season with a little bit of a fashion update. So a little bit cleaner, less romantic, and but still ladylike, and we have a combination of pastel colors, but still with black and luxurious creme colors. So you can see it is a little bit, they are much cleaner, not so much prints. So here you can take a little bit a look closer up of the faux leather. I'm always thinking that faux leather must be something really nice in order not to have it look cheap. And I know that it's also not always really easy to sew with it. They also say that if you feel that your faux leather is not really fitting through the machine, that you could always use some tissue paper underneath, and that's definitely going to help. Something else that you need to keep in mind when sewing with faux leather will be, of course, that you need to have your garment really well fitted before you start with your faux leather, because if you make holes in this kind of fabric, the holes will be there if you need to unpick and adjust stuff. Then we have here top, and the new thing that we didn't notice in the previous issue, well, maybe you did, I didn't, is the fact that they, in the new pattern, so not on the best of section, but the new patterns that they make, they are giving us the weight of the fabric that they used, of the original fabric, and I think this is really, really helpful. I hope that Knip Mode is also going to put that, because it's a very, very important information. If we are talking about this top here, it's just a basic top. I really like this wide neckband here, which sits really nicely on against the body. That's really beautiful. Although here it looks like it's a little bit higher on the neck, I think it's more like this, because you know, Burda is making their own patterns. If we are to compare with Patrones. So I really like the neckline here. Even these details on the shoulders are nice, the pockets also. And to come back to the fabric, they say here that they used a ripped jersey 69% polyester, 28 viscose, and 3% elastane. And I also noticed, I made some notes on the paper that I don't need to flip the instructions all the time. And this jersey is, the weight is 370 grams per square meter. So that will give you a really good idea what kind of fabric you need, if you want to have a similar look, you can always use for this one also a cotton jersey, which is about 200 grams. But as you can see, having the grams information in the instructions, and I'm just going to flip it one time just to show you that. I'm not going to flip all the time. That's why I wrote the information that I don't need to do this. But if we are, let's take a look at this coat here. You can see they have here what kind, the fabrics and the things that you need for the pattern, and they have here the original fabric is a satin with a 100 gram per square meter. So that's very, very important. I think that's really, really helpful. That's a great thing that Burda did here. So here we get only the top, as I said, very easy. Then we have I don't know, this, you know, talking about things looking cheap depending on the fabric. This is a nylon jacket. It has a lot of volume. As you can see, there are a lot of gathers around the neckline. You have elastic at the sleeves, of course, more gathers. You have elastic here at the bottom. There is quite a bit of volume in the sleeves. I think it's a nice look with this skirt. I've seen this a little bit in the ready-to-wear shops here around. The jacket is lined with mesh, and also here we get the information. The nylon is about 70 grams per square meter weight, so it's a really light one, and also the mesh. There are no pockets in this jacket. You can definitely put some pockets on it, not so difficult. Then we have a really simple top here on the left. I don't know if you can see, but it's really a simple top. It's a very boxy style. You can see it here in the drawing. Just going to lift this up because I don't know if you can see it. So nothing spectacular. They used a boucle here, and the weight of this fabric is 295. So it's a little bit like a medium to medium weight boucle. It's a 42% polyacryl, 38 viscose, 10% cotton, polyamide 4%, 2% wool, 2% polyester. They have everything in it. But it's a really pretty fabric. I think this will work, of course, for a lot of other kind of styles, for a skirt, even for a pant or for a blazer, whatever. Then we have here another boxy top. I mean, these kind of tops, they are really not special because we've seen these ones a lot. I don't have a lot to say about this one. Here they used again, I'm not a big fan of this fabric. Do I have, yes, the weight for this one is 260, so, you know, but whatever, you can make this top in whatever kind of fabric you want. It's a very boxy style. I think it will work in wovens, and it has a invisible zipper in the back, and as you can see, it has also a little yoke here. I think if you were to make this one in a knit fabric, you could definitely skip that zipper, but definitely you need to check that your fabric is stretchy enough in order to put the garment over your head. Then you have a really nice clean dress, talking about clean buttery colors. This one here is made in a stretch fabric, and the weight of this one is 250 grams per square meter. It's a really easy dress actually. It has some princess seams here, as you can see in the technical drawing. There are some princess seams. There is a little faux pocket here on the breast, and also princess seams in the back with an invisible zipper. And this version has an attached collar shirt. You'll see it later also without the collar. I think that one is also nice. And here they used some flower decorations on the collar piece. This fabric is a stretch fabric, and by that actually it's a polyester with 12% elastane. So it is pretty stretchy. And I think it has a slit here in the back, if I'm not mistaken. And for this one, as you can see, you also get sewing help or extra instructions. Then we have a pretty blouse here on the right. It's a satin blouse. For this one they used 100% polyester satin, 187 grams, so a little bit heavier than a viscose challis. It's a beautiful blouse. I really like the color with a little tie here. Nothing spectacular about it, but you know, if you're searching for a nice shirt, this definitely could be the one. Then we have this really pretty jacket here. You can see actually the technical drawing on the left. For this one, and I don't have the weight for this one, but this one is a brocade, is a jacquard, also polyester mix fabric, which is really beautiful. It has some darts here, as you can see, and there are no buttons, but these ones are some of those really big press buttons, really beautiful, even if the jacket is open. I really like it. The fabric is amazing. And the idea is for this one, actually, they also say that it's nice if you use a fabric with a little bit of body in order to give the sleeves that puffy look. As you can see here, there is also a big dart in the sleeve, and I'm pretty sure that this dart is going a little bit higher and is ending up at the bottom of the sleeve. So that's why it's also giving extra volume to the sleeve, and they advise fabric with a little bit of body. Then we get to the really beautiful coat, which is also on the cover of the magazine this month. And to be honest, I'm a little bit, how should I say, not confused. I'm not confused, but I wonder, because this one, as you can see, is looking, maybe it's because of the color, I don't know. But to me, this looks like a really structured coat, which is probably is, but they used a really thin fabric. The fabric is just a polyester satin. That will be around the 100 grams. I did write it up here. So it's a really thin fabric. You will really have to be careful when if you consider something like this. I would say just make it in a light wool or something. But I'm always thinking that interfacing a fabric like this will be really crucial, because, well, it will be anyway, it must be done. I always interface the complete front of my coats, and I'm always stabilizing the armholes and the upper part of the back. I'm not sure what Burda is giving here, but you know, there are very standard steps that I'm doing in a coat. But in a coat like this, made in a satin so soft, I think interfacing will be also, that step will be also important, you know, thinking how you do that, because you don't, the fabric being so soft, you really need to be careful that you don't, you know, that your interfacing is really sticking up really well against the fabric if you are using a fusible. But anyway, the coat is beautiful. It has this really huge welt pockets here. I just thought that the mailman was at the door, but he's not. I'm waiting for some fabric, of course. So I really love these pockets, just beautiful. The shape of the collar, again, beautiful. There is a yoke in the back here. This is a very, very nice coat. Let's see. Then we have here a blouse and a pair of pants. I really like these pants, actually. They are both made, is it the same fabric? Let's take a look. It's polyester, viscose and elastane. I think definitely this is the same fabric that they use for both the top and the pants. So it's a stretchy polyester fabric with the weight is, I think, 240 grams. So, you know, it's a medium weight polyester. It's very nice. Of course, in this case here with the top, we have the top with a really wide neckline. The fitting here will be really important. You know, if you think that your neck is too wide, you could always bring a little bit, make the shoulder line just a little bit wider to the right here, against, not against the neck, but you know, to have a little bit more coverage, and then bring it back to the original neckline. What you can also do, I'm definitely thinking that this could definitely use test garment, because you really want to have this really nicely here, and you'll see it later in the magazine, made in another fabric with a great fit, and that's the fit you want to have. And of course, having it here worn with a turtleneck is also very nice. They had a little bit of extra fabric, you know, from the top from earlier, and they used it as for the bottom of the sleeve here. You can definitely just make it in one fabric. There's no problem with that. I really like the pants with a little pin tuck here on the leg. It has pockets, a zipper fly, really nice. And of course, having that stretch in the fabric, I think it's great. Let's see here, what do we get, where they made the pictures. Then we have a little tutorial here on how to get this pocket best sewn onto the garment. You can see here the fabric is really pretty. What do we have next? Stripes, stripes, stripes. That's a new trend apparently. And they used the stripes here on this top on the right. Is an easy model. We do get extra instructions in case that it's not easy enough, but it's definitely very easy. They used here a boucle stuff. It's a polyester, and this one is a heavy weight. It's a 406 grams per square meter. What can I say about this one? We've seen millions of these ones in the Burda, so you know it's a very easy top. Feels really warm, nice. Then we have here the, if you watch to the right here, this is a dress from earlier, you know, with a little collar with the flowers on it. Here they made it without the collar, and I think it's also a little bit shorter. And for this one they used, they call it here jersey, but if you watch in the instructions, it's a scuba fabric with a weight of 250 grams. So this will be your standard scuba fabric. Very, very nice. I think this is a very nice retro look with all the brown orange colors. Really nice. You'll definitely need to have the zipper even if your fabric is stretchy, because there is a really small neckline here which could be easily adjusted. It's a sleeveless style. Then we have another nice maxi skirt here, and for this one they used a ponte knit fabric, 286 grams. That will be your standard ponte knit, and because they cut it on the bias, as you can see, they also made this really nice effect with the stripes. And this is of course a really easy garment. There is to sew, there is an invisible zipper at the back and a button at the waist. Here we have pattern 107 here on the right. It's actually the same pair of pants from earlier, only here they used of course another fabric. What is this? This one is a twill fabric, 100% cotton. I'm really, you know, I'm thinking, because here in the other one they used something with stretch. This one has no stretch, so the fit will be a little bit different of course, but it's really the same pattern. Here they added some pockets, and they did a little bit of a thing here with the bottom of the pants to add a little bit of a detail. The weight of the fabric of this cotton is 195 grams per square meter. Then we have here a jacket, which I think uses a little bit of pieces from the green one in faux leather that we've seen earlier. This one is using a viscose blend, 190 grams, so it's a medium weight, medium to light weight. Now we say medium weight fabric. Very pretty. I like what they did here with the stripes. Of course, you can have your way with how the stripes will have to go. You know, it's a pretty jacket. I don't have a lot to say about it. And more stripes, stripes, stripes. Here are some outfits ideas with the garments from the magazine. These ones we've seen already. Let's see. These pants we will get soon. This is the shirt from earlier, a denim jacket that we'll see, and the pants from a little bit earlier. You can see here what they did also. They played with the same striped fabric from the bottom. They played also on the waistline of the pants. Then we have the denim trend, and this looks like it's going to be a really big trend this fall, because we've seen it also in in the Patrones magazine. We are going to see it also in Knit Mode. So there is, you know, Denim is doing hard work this season, or you know, next season actually. And first we have here a really pretty skirt. Ooh, I'll have to put off my alarm. I'm sorry about that. So we have here a really simple pencil skirt, and that's actually, of course, this fabric is the star here. We have some raw edges here at the bottom, and also here the waistline is a small insertion. There are some darts, and I don't think you can see that, but they did stitch the darts on the outside and then top stitched. I think it's a nice detail. Then we have this skirt here on the right, and I hope you can see, I think you can see it. There are a lot of pieces in this one. There is a lot of top stitching going on, and of course because of the way how these are all cut, this is going to give a little bit of a flared bottom here. For this one they used, it's a pretty heavy denim, it's a 410 grams. So, you know, it will be a lot of cutting and a lot of top stitching here. I hope you can see it. Because of the light it looks to me like it's not very visible, but I think it is. So, you know, it's a nice skirt, whatever. Not really my style. Then we have here, I really like this this combo here with the jacket and the pants. The jacket, it's actually, I think it's using some of the patterns from the jacket in the jacquard that we've seen earlier. Only here they did some things with the sleeves. The sleeves are different. As you can see here, they added some little insertions here. They cut it up, and of course you have a button with the cuff at the bottom. I think it's really nice. I also like the pants a lot. They do look here like, I don't know, like they are really wide, but on the model they do look, I really like the proportions of this. There is no yoke in the back, there are only darts, pockets, and this really nice slash pockets here. Very, very nice. Also the waistband is pretty wide. As you can see, you can take 2 buttons. I like that. And the jacket is actually, as you can see, it's really easy because you don't have all those princess seams that you have in a normal classic jeans jacket, you know, all those panels and stuff in the back. So it's much simplified, but still, because you have all these nice details on the sleeve, you can still have your top stitching and have a little bit of fun with it. Then we have the top from earlier, and here you can see it. I think the fit on this girl is just beautiful. It's really nice. It's a really nice closing here, no gaping on the shoulders, just perfect. So this is actually the top from earlier, only here they use some different different colors of denim, about 250 grams, so much lighter than the one we've seen in the skirt from earlier. And also the dress, you can see it here. The dress is also very, very pretty, a little bit vintagey looking. I really like it. The princess seams here, and I think this will be a really nice denim dress. This one is made in 100% cotton. I think if I was to make this one, I will make it in something in a denim, but then with just a little bit of elastane, so about 3%, just a bit to give it a little bit more comfort, because you know it's pretty fitted around the waist and the bust, so a little bit of stretch I think would be nice. Beautiful. I really, really like it. Then a little bit more denim. Here we have another we have a blouse in a light denim in a chambray, made with let's see how heavy is this one. This is 124. They used some what is this, some sequin fabric for the pockets. I remember the name now. But you can definitely just use your usual the fashion fabric, you know, if you don't want to go so crazy. Really drop shoulders, as you can see here. A lot of volume in the sleeve again. Let's see what we get more. Some recycling ideas. And then we have the Reader's Creations, I think it's called here. It's a very fancy dress with a really asymmetric hem here. It's looking beautiful. It's not something that I will make today or tomorrow, as I have nowhere to go with a dress like this, but I can really appreciate the style of it. It's looking very, very fancy and beautiful. You can see it a little bit better here. And let's see, what do we get? We get something more. Must-haves. Oh, of course, definitely. I forgot about it. We need to get also some best-ofs. Did you think that we got rid of those? No way. So we have here the pants. I cannot really, I did not even take the time to take a look to see when these ones were printed as first, but you know, we have here a wide leg pant, pretty standard, very nice, and a blazer to go with. The blazer is definitely really beautiful. There's some really nice styling lines here. Next we have, you know, I was going to the magazine when I got it, and I was thinking, well, this dress, this looks like I know this dress. And then I realized, wait a minute, this is a best of, so I definitely know this one. I think I even made the upper part as a top. You can definitely use this one also as a top. For this one, they, of course, they advise to use it to make it in a knit fabric, and I think one of those light sweater knits will be really beautiful for this one. And we have, and of course, this faux leather jacket is perfectly fitting in the trends that they bring us this month, with a shawl collar, very beautiful. Of course, this one will work also in other kind of fabrics. Beautiful, beautiful lines in this coat. And a little bit more of the best-ofs. We have a print here, satin, printed satin. What is this? They don't even say. Is it viscose? I guess so. Really simple dress, nothing spectacular. This skirt here is really nice. It has a draping detail that is going onto the seam here. It's very, very nice actually. Yeah, it's really nice. And I think there is, I don't know if it's a pocket. It looks like it's there is a pocket here, as you can see, that is going just a little bit to the back. Interesting. And I think this was it. So if we were to think a little bit, what do you think about this one? Well, I think there are some here. You can take a look at the next one. You know, I was thinking there is nothing that is screaming my name from here. I'm not feeling this a lot. I'm not feeling it at all. We do get some children patterns next month apparently. And oh, this is the best of course. We get folklore looks. And yeah, we'll see it. So let's take a look at the patterns here. What we get this month. Let's see. We are going to look, I think, inside better. So these are the garments as you can see them here. And if you want to see, here we have the first half. And then, because I have the German edition, they are split onto the inside cover. The top on this girl here, the fit of the neck is just gorgeous. Really love this dress. So let's take a look at the technical drawing, which is here. If I was to choose my favorites for this month, what should I choose? If I really wanted to make something from Burda, well, I'm quite intrigued of this one, but this one is the best of, so I don't know if that counts for this month. But for the rest, you know, something that I really, really want to make. I think this dress, the denim dress, is just beautiful. But this one requires a little bit of fitting in order to have this fit really nice, the armholes. And definitely I'll use some denim with stretch for this one. And for the rest, I think they are nice patterns, not really spectacular. The green coat is great in the, you know, the satin one. It's not something that is screaming my name. The shorter variation of this one is also beautiful. And yeah, the pants, these ones. And also here, don't forget, here you have, I just noticed now, there are little invisible zippers on the side here. So I think it has a really narrow width at the bottom of the leg. So this was it, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this flip through. Let me know what you think, if you have any favorites. It's a nice, inspiring issue for me. It's not really something that, you know, is exciting. I really love to go into the fall period of sewing. So I'm really curious, what are your thoughts on the patterns of this month? Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time with the latest Knit Mode magazine. Bye!